about the pure excitement of playing with you and Kyrie in the playoffs. What has it been like for you to play with those two guys in a postseason series now?
I mean, it's exciting. I mean, first off, it's exciting every time I get to step out on the court and do something that I've been doing my whole life. But to play against the best players in the world on this stage, this platform, so many people watching with guys that I came up with in the league, James, Kyrie, you know, it's definitely cool. But, I mean, I'm not trying to sit back and reflect on how nice it is to play with those guys. I'm trying to get out there and get work done and worry about how we're going to get better each and every day. But, you know, it is fun playing with two guys that could pretty much do everything on the basketball court.
Alex Schiffer with The Athletic.
Hey, Kevin, I'm just curious in this series if there's anything that you thought maybe came along further than something else, whether it's the offense, the defense, the chemistry, just something that kind of stood out to you that got better progressively over each game for you guys.
Yeah, I think defensively, I mean, we forced forced Boston out a lot of their actions. We made them shoot tough shots over us, and we made them play one-on-one. And I think you got to tip your hat to some of the guys that make tough shots. They got some bucket getters over there. But for the most part, guys locked in and tried their hardest to stop one another. We had, you know, great shoot-arounds where we talked about defensive principles and guys transferred over to the game. So we're going to need that even more going into the next series. And it's all about progressing every day for us.
Christian Winfield with the New York Daily News.
What's going on, Kevin? Congratulations on the playoff win. Got two questions for you. First, just, you know, obviously Boston doesn't have Jaylen Brown and Kemba Walker or Robert Williams for the last two games. Do you take any of you guys' progress with a grain of salt because of who they didn't have out there, or is it still just focusing on yourselves no matter who was on the other side?
No, we just focus on ourselves. I mean, we can't control who they got over there. They still played extremely hard. Guys stepped up. This is a league where next man mentality is preached in every locker room. You got guys like Naismith that came off the bench and gave him minutes, Pritchard, Grant Williams, Parker. They played extremely hard and executed their game plan. I mean, obviously they're way better with Jaylen Brown, Kemba Walker out there. But you got to give respect to the guys that came in and filled those positions against us, the top two team in the East. They came out and just played extremely hard. We got nothing but respect for this team. And Brad coached them all game, no matter what. They played hard all game and tried to win every possession. So, you know, that's good for us that we're going up against somebody who didn't just lay down, that they, you know, when they had injuries. So, you know, I think we took something from it.
Got it. And second, everybody has said that since James has gotten to Brooklyn, he's made their lives easier on the basketball court. Can you kind of sum up how having him out there makes your job out there easier?
Well, yeah, I mean, he's a willing passer. I mean, he's looking to pass. He's looking to get guys shots and, you know, his energy, I mean, he comes into the gym every day and there's just excitement to play basketball. Somebody that loves to play so much that, you know, that energy is infectious and everybody is just, you could tell that everybody, you know, was drawn to James since the day he got here, and his presence has been key for us.
Brian Mahoney with the Associated Press.
Hey, Kevin, you said that those two guys can pretty much do anything on a basketball court. When you play pickup or work out, do guys try and do some of the stuff Kyrie can do off the dribble or James with a step back, or is it just like, no, we can't do it that good, so why bother trying?
I mean, the best players in the league, it's hard for anybody to duplicate them. You know, no matter if it's James, Kyrie, Jason Tatum, Steph Curry, LeBron. I mean, the best players in the league, it's hard to emulate that stuff. And those guys, Kyrie in particular, his brain, his mind is so different that, you know, the stuff that he brings out is just unexpected. One-legger, you know, off the right leg, shooting off, you know, off the glass, left hand finishes, right hand finishes. Ball handling, I mean, I don't even know what you can get too deep in your brain to get to that point as a player to like, all right, I want to try this shit, you know? And it's something I appreciate about an artist like that. And he's a joy to watch and play with.
Greg Logan with Newsday.
Kevin, these two teams, the Bucks and Nets, are the best, most efficient offensive teams in the league. So when you start to look at the matchups and then the fact that they do have good defenders in Giannis and in Jrue Holiday, you know, how do you see, do you see a team in the league that matches up better with you guys than they do?
No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're a great team and they are tough to deal with. But I mean, I'm not thinking about it like that. I mean, we respect everybody on their team. We know exactly what they bring to the table. But we're just gonna go out there and have fun playing the game of basketball, man. We're gonna challenge each other. I'm sure they're gonna challenge us, and vice versa. So we may the best team win.
Steve Lichtenstein with WFAN.
Hey, Kevin, because of the unfortunate injuries and the COVID stuff, you didn't have a lot of time to play together. One lineup that I don't think ever played was when you, Kevin, Kyrie, James, and Bruce and Joe played, with you as really the sole big. I wanted to know what you saw and what did you like about that?
I think that made teams adjust to us. I mean, they might switch their lineup out. Boston probably switched their lineup when they seen we had so many smalls out there. I mean, it's just the fact that we can try to play different ways and mix and match lineups. And we want to be a deep team. You're going to cut rotations in the playoffs a little bit more, but if we can squeeze a couple more guys in there and give us some good minutes and use different lineups to throw other teams off, and then, that should help us. But for the most part, guys are ready to adapt to any situation. And, we all enjoy playing with each other, so we can talk stuff through.
Ian Begley with SNY.
Hey, Kevin, how much do you take, if anything at all, from those two regular season matchups with Milwaukee? I think it was the beginning of May, or is that just irrelevant now?
You could take some film from them and see, you could definitely watch film. And we're going to watch film on them the whole season, I'm sure. They last series, they take who these guys are. Their strengths and weaknesses as individual players. And as a collective, we got to watch film and see how we can be at our best. I mean, but we could take from what they did throughout the whole season, especially once they got their second half, once they got PJ, once they got put Brent Forbes, got more minutes, and once they start showing up the rotation, we can definitely take a peek at some of those games. But for the most part, got to come out there and just play extremely hard and execute.
Last question, Yaron Weitzman with Fox Sports.
Hey, Kevin, about Steve. So given you've gone through a bunch of different playoff rounds with different coaches throughout the years, I'm curious, given that this was Steve's first ever playoff series as head coaches, anything stand out to you about how he handled it or he approached it, or you've known him for a while? Anything surprise you or stand out to you? Nothing surprised me. I knew he'd be, pay attention to detail. I knew he would coach us up hard and tell us what we need to do. Regardless of who it is, he let us know what we could do better. And he's been an open book. If we want to change a play or action, and coach is always open for it. And, and he demands that we play a certain way. And it showed even more in this series because, you're focusing on one team and they sets and they always having conversations back there as coaches as well. So I think his communication was perfect. And, he's not a rookie, even though he's a first-year coach. I mean, he's been around these situations before as a player. So he's pretty seasoned.
Thanks so much, Kevin. We appreciate it.